Hi friends. Okay, here is coming a extra chapter, sort of my apology for what went on with the chapter earlier than when you couldn't hear me. So I decided I would add in a chapter tonight that you could listen to. And if you are in bed already, which, let's see, you probably should be getting ready for bed. If you are already in bed and you can't hear it, it's something that you could maybe wake up and listen to. So, here we go. Chapter 9, The Forest Suite. Although they were still inside the old button factory, Pearl and Ben stood at the edge of the living forest. That's right, living forest. A deep layer of dirt covered the floor. Vines sprouted among gnarled roots. Trees reached to the ceiling. Pearl took a deep breath of the warm, damp air. Beads of moisture clung to the tips of the branches and glistened on fern fronds. Moss sparkled with sunlight, which streamed through the bank of windows on the far wall. "Whoa," Ben said as a frog croaked nearby. "I want to do this to my bedroom back home. I bet our gardener would help me pick out plants." "My parents would never let me put frogs in my room." Pearl climbed onto a big rock and stood on her tiptoes, peering over the tops of the shrubs. "I don't see the Sasquatch, do you?" "No." Ben balanced the clippers on his shoulders. "But it's brown, so it's going to blend in with the trees." "Well, we don't blend in," Pearl said. "Our lab coats are practically glowing." And then she called, "Here, Sasquatchy! Here, Sasquatchy!" The frog stopped croaking, but nothing moved. She called again. "Where is it hiding? Too bad we don't have another kit." "Yeah, too bad," agreed Ben. The Sasquatch catching kit contained a number of helpful items: a net for trapping, a whistle for making Sasquatch sounds, a tranquilizer dart for disabling, a fog bomb for keeping snoopy neighbors from witnessing the fur-covered event. The kit also held Dr. Wu's guidebook, which explained exactly how Sasquatches love sweet treats. And there was enclosed a chocolate bar in which Pearl had used to lure the creature through the forest. Sweet treats. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a stick of gum. "I don't have any chocolate, but maybe this will work." "Hey, chewing gum isn't allowed, Pearl, remember?" "Ben, do you want to find the Sasquatch or not?" She removed the wrapper and then waved the piece in the air. "Here, Sasquatchy, I have something for you. It's strawberry flavored." And a grunt sounded from across the room. And then the dirt vibrated, and with pounding footsteps, the tree branches swayed and the shrubs rustled, and the Sasquatch appeared, pushing through the dense foliage. Moss and leaves clung to its matted brown fur. The scent of wet dog and sweaty socks surrounded it like a cloud. Pearl jumped off the rock and stood close to Ben. Towering over them, the creature stared at the stick of gum with its dark eyes. "Hi. Would you like this?" Pearl asked. "Don't ask it questions," Ben reminded her. The guidebook had said very clearly that Sasquatches got angry when they were asked questions. Ben glanced down at its big, hairy feet. "I think it would be easier to clip its toenails if we could get it to sit." "Okay," said Pearl, and she crouched next to the boulder and held the gum close to the ground. "Sit," she said. And the Sasquatch scratched its sloping brow and then sat on the boulder. Pearl handed it the piece of gum. It popped it in its mouth, chewed it, and then swallowed. "No, no, 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 no! You're not supposed to eat it," Pearl said. The scent of strawberry filled the air as the Sasquatch burped. Pearl and Ben stared at the hairy feet, which were as big as clowns' feet. The toenails were jagged and bristly. "Ugh," said Pearl. "You do it." "Why me?" asked Ben. "Because you have the clippers," said Pearl. Ben groaned. "Fine," and he knelt beside the feet, and then he pointed the clippers at one of the toes, and the Sasquatch whimpered. "I'll distract it," said Pearl. "My mom always distracts me when I have to get a shot." So she opened another stick of gum and popped it into her mouth. "See," she told the creature, "you chew, 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 chew. You don't swallow." As the Sasquatch watched Pearl chew with her mouth wide open, Ben slid the clippers over the toenail. He squeezed the handles. Nothing happened. "Whoa, this toenail is as thick as wood." Gritting his teeth, he squeezed harder. Click! And a wedge of the toenail sailed through the air and ricocheted off of Pearl's neck. "Ouch!" she said. "Watch it. Those things are sharp." Ben moved the clippers to the next toenail. Gritting his teeth again, he squeezed the handles. Click! And a toenail flew right up at Ben's nose. "Ow!" "I told you, those things hurt," said Pearl. The Sasquatch growled. "Keep distracting it," said Ben. So Pearl took out another piece of gum. She chewed, and then this time blew a bubble. The Sasquatch made a soft cooing sound. "Oh, it likes that," said Pearl. She blew another bubble. "I'll teach you how to make bubbles." And she handed the creature a second piece of gum. As the bubblegum making lesson proceeded, Ben cut another nail. He ducked as it flew over his head and impaled a tree trunk. Who knew cutting toenails could be so dangerous? Do you think the Sasquatch is a level 1 or a level 2 on the danger scale? The last toenail nearly stabbed my eyeball. Maybe we should get some safety goggles. Then Ben's mouth fell open. He dropped the clippers into a soft bed of moss. Speaking of eyeballs, and he pointed. Pearl could tell from the way that Ben's face had gone pale, the way his eyes had widened. Something was standing behind her. If Ben had been smiling, she would have whipped around, eager to discover whatever cute little creature was hanging out in the forest suite. But his pointing, his trembling hand, his eyes. Pearl froze. "What is it, Ben? What are you pointing to?" I don't know," Ben stammered. But it's huge." Pearl didn't like feeling afraid. The air in the forest suite suddenly felt cold, and goosebumps sprang along her arms. The Sasquatch didn't seem bothered, however. It had grabbed the entire pack of gum and was shoving all the pieces, including the wrappers, into its mouth. And ever so slowly, Pearl turned around. Tune in tomorrow to see what she found.